Poor handling of crops after harvesting and lack of knowledge on storage techniques have resulted in farmers losing a lot of their produce. Such post-harvest losses have seriously threatened the livelihoods of farmers' food and nutrition security, as well as the profitability of their farming business ventures. An assessment by the Food and Agriculture Organization FAO in 2015 indicated that the post-harvest loss for maize stood at 38%, while 47% of sorghum was also lost. However, there are several techniques on how to properly handle and store agricultural produce that farmers can use in order to avoid unnecessary losses after harvest. Mr. Munyara Zisanya, a technician in the mechanization department of the Ministry of Agriculture, Mechanization and Irrigation Development, highlighted some examples of the storage technologies.
Tin silos as compared to the modern storage facilities that farmers were using before, there's a great difference. Every storage facility has its own advantages and disadvantages, but we're coming in as a department to try and assist farmers by using things like tin silos. It's a simple storage facility, and it's also made out of zinc sheets, and the price on its own, it's very affordable. They vary in sizes from half a ton to 3 tons or 4 tons. So we're saying a farmer can use those tin silos, and it also it can be placed under a shed in a storeroom, and you can put your grain in there, and you are assured that it's well preserved within that tin silo. Then we come to things like a hermetic bag. It's also another innovative, that's a new technology that's coming in to farmers to assist them to store their grain. As you look at a hermetic bag, it might look so small, but when you store your maize in there, there's certain chemical already that exists within that hermetic bag to preserve your grain at the end of the day. So it's not expensive at the end of the day. But compare it with the past storage facility that people were using, things like granaries. At some point you'll find some cracks within the system, or there's no proper plastering within the system, and at the end of the day farmers were encountering or incurring post-harvest losses. So by so doing, that's where we come in and try to assist farmers. We are trying to avoid those post-harvest losses.
It is also highly important for farmers to be mindful of the moisture content of grain in order to know the rightful period for preservation. Simple techniques like use of a metal tin can be used by the farmers in determining the moisture content before preserving their produce. Placing harvested produce directly on the floor must be avoided, as it results in lumping and molding of the grain during the moist parts of the year. The use of pellets is therefore encouraged.
But these are mainly caused by, if you have plastered your area, if you put your grain on the floor, there's some kind of moisture that's absorbed from the ground and causes the molds, or rather also the discoloration of the grain. So those are some of the things that farmers need to know, that when you're storing your maize, it has to be on a raised platform, but they have to be put on pallets, or you can put some planks or some just to raise your maize. At the end of the day, there should be some air circulation within the system. If there is no air, that's the one that causes those molds at the end of the day.
Solar dryers are a faster and cleaner way of drying foods, especially horticultural products such as tomatoes. Farmers are therefore encouraged to use solar dryers, as they also add value on their produce, resulting in better prices on the market.
We've introduced things like solar dryers. You can dry your products rather than throwing them away. The price that you're going to be selling those dried products, it's higher than the price that you're going to get as a natural thing.
Ms. Shauta Mapingure, a community-based mobilizer in Midlands Province, encouraged farmers to use hermetic bags to store their produce like groundnuts and avoid traditional sacks.
Hermetic bags tikadzikowa dzakanyatsa kuchena, tinongopedza maka dzakangochena. asi tikaisa masaga edu aya handiti dzinozochinja kala dzozoita tsvukutsvuku zozoita chii. Saka mabags aya maematic bags anoti kunzi nzungu dzedu tisvike kumaketi dzakangonaka kubva January kusvika kuna December dzichitipa mari yakawanda. Saka emasaga aya dzotidzikisira mari yedu kumamaketi nenyaya yekuti dzinenge dzachinja kala plus dzedu dzakuora makonzo akadya. Saka hazvitisi kuti vasinga titiri zvakanaka. Pataimboshandisa masaga edu isusu atakajaira haakwanisi kuchinge kuvhikirira zvipfukuto. Taisora topedza mwaka takutofa nenzara tarasa chibage nyange tikarudza nyange tikaisa mushonga but mabags atave nauye zvino zvemaematic bags aya chipfukuto hachipindi. Gohwo redu renge rakanaka kupedza mwaka tine chikafu chedu chakakwana. Saka takukwanisa kuchengetao mhuri dzedu tichidya chikafu chakakwana chine utano chisina maburi.
Some farmers in Midlands Province who have used recommended storage technologies like metal silos and improved brick granaries succeeded in overcoming the problem on post-harvest management that they used to face.
Dambudziko rataita nderokuti taiti kana taenda kunotengesa zviya togona kusangana navamwe vairi vatatu mbeu dzacho dzine dzakatosiyana dzako dzine dzakafukuta. Saka munhu akasvika anongoona kutosiyawo indapo. Mumu makanakira kuti hamupinde vana unoisa mushonga wako unoshanda wadini kuda kuti unenge wakafara hamuna anopindapo. Tatobisa chimwe chikafu chekudya zvapasara. Saka nguva yekuti ushande inoshanda kusvikira hamuna chopinda.
Ndisati ndowana sailiri akandisangana nematambudziko akawandisa. Matambudziko okutanga ndokuti ndaigona kukohwa gohwo rangu rakakura nokuti ndiri murimi. Ipo kuchengetera pacho kuti ndise mudura randakavaka, dura takarivaka ranga chigona kuita munya mutsava uya uya unobuda nepasi zvorodza Zimbabwe. Sailo yauya ndotoreva kuti 3 tons rinodzogara musailo. Ini ndogona kusiya imwe tani 1 kunze isiri musailo, chimwe ndotengesa hangu. Iyi andenda siya ndoyanda nchishandisa kusvikira pandoona kuti painoperera manje ndopandozovhura sailo. Kureva kuti pamwe sailo andomborivhurira ogona kudova dura rekutondichengetera kokuti drought iri kuitika makore anaya yakatoomesesa. Saka kudora kuti inde ndigere pakanaka.
It is high time for smallholder farmers to stop making unnecessary post-harvest losses due to poor handling and storage practices. New technologies such as solar dryers, metal silos, improved brick granaries, and hermetic bags are some of the useful ways of preserving harvested produce. Farmers can seek further information on good post-harvest management practices from the Provincial Agricultural Mechanization Offices in Gweru on the telephone lines 054 222 479.